People say that rules are meant to be broken, but some of the rules we're going to talk about today are necessary for your Java program to work. In this video, we're going to talk about three things. Number 1, the standards of nomenclature and style in Java programming. Number 2, the ground rules. And finally, the types of errors that occur in Java programming. I'm Manasa and I'm your CS tutor. Welcome back to my channel. Now, one of the first things we're going to talk about is style and the standards of nomenclature. Nomenclature simply means how we name things. Now let's look at what the standards are. Class names should begin with an uppercase letter, and the first letter of each additional word should also be capitalized. It should be descriptive of what you're trying to program. For example, in helloPrinter, H and P are capitalized because they are the first letters of each word. For methods and variables, the first letter of each word, except for the first word, should be capitalized. It should be descriptive of what you want your object to do. For example, in the helloPrinter method, H is not capitalized and P is. For defined constants, use all caps and separate the words using underscore. In this example, you have pi value. Pi and value are capitalized, and because they're two different words, they're separated using an underscore. Keywords or reserved words in Java are always supposed to be in lowercase. Some of the words that you might know are public, static, void, and class. And we're going to talk about them in later videos, but for now, just know these. Next, we have blank lines. Blank lines are used to separate different sections of a program. As you can see in this example, you can see how neatly they are separated into imported sections or different methods. Next, we have blank spaces. You should use blank spaces within each statement. You can use them before and after operators, before and after commas, and before semicolons. In this example, you can see that the statement on the bottom is much more easier to the eyes than the statement on the top. And finally, we have indentation. Indentation is used to group things together. As you can see in this example, the image on the left is much more easier to read and understand than the image on the right. Now, you might be wondering, why do I need to follow these standards? Well, that's because Java is a format-free language, meaning it doesn't have rules for indentation or spacing. For example, if your Hello World program was written like this, it will work perfectly fine. But in the real world, other programmers are called upon to review and debug your program. Or sometimes you might want to look over your own work from before. And in both cases, it will be extremely confusing. Which is why, to improve the readability of your code, we have the standards of Java programming. Now let's look at some of the ground rules of Java programming. Number 1, class is the basic unit of Java programming. In this example, we have a class called helloPrinter. And we're going to talk about classes in later videos. Number 2, every class may contain some methods which include instructions or commands for the program. Number 3, every executable program in Java should have a special method called main. And the method declaration for the main method should look exactly like this: public static void main and an array argument of string called args. Number 4 is that all statements of a Java program must be enclosed between the braces of a method or a class. Number 5, this is a really important rule, is that Java is case sensitive, meaning that the capitalization of different letters make the word mean different things. For example, hello with an uppercase H and hello with a lowercase h mean two different things. Number 6 is that all Java statements must end with a semicolon. As you can see here, the statement that prints hello world ends with a semicolon. Number 7 is that one of the class in a program must be a public class. And public is a keyword that is related to accessibility, which we'll have to talk about in another video. Number 8, the name of the class and the name of the file should always be the same. In this example, the name of the class is helloPrinter and the name of the file is helloprinter.java. And finally, number 9 is that all respectable programs should have comments. Comments statements that are only understood by humans and not understood by computers. We're going to talk about the different types of comments and documentations in another video, but for now, just know the most popular type of comment, which is the inline comments. Inline comments are statements that can be found after 2 forward slashes. In the example below, the comment is telling us that the program will print "Hello World." And now we're going to see the different types of errors that occur in Java programming. So there's 3 types of errors that you need to know: syntax errors, semantic errors, and fatal runtime errors. Syntax errors or compile time errors are errors that occur in the grammar of your program. They are found when you're compiling your program. These types of errors occur when you break the rules of Java programming. For example, missing a semicolon, not closing a bracket or mismatching a bracket, and misspelling some words. The good thing is the compiler will tell you exactly where your mistakes are being made, and it'll let you fix these mistakes. And also, the more you practice programming in Java, the less mistakes you'll make. Next, we have the semantic error, also known as logic error, also known as runtime error. Lots of names. This type of error occurs when the output is wrong or it's not what was desired by the programmer. This error is only understood by the programmer, or only the programmer knows exactly what was wrong with the program. An example of this would be when you use the wrong formula to calculate something. A way to find and fix this error or debug this error, you have to go through each line and figure out what happens when each statement is run. This is also known as playing computer. And finally, we have fatal runtime errors. These types of errors occur when you ask the computer to do the impossible, like dividing a number by 0 or taking the square root of a negative number. When a program reaches lines that have these exceptions, it is immediately terminated or it crashes. We'll talk about how to handle these exceptions in later videos, but for now, we'll have to try to avoid them as much as possible. And that's it, you guys. Today we were able to go over the standards of nomenclature, the ground rules, and finally the types of errors that occur in Java programs. I hope you found this video helpful. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and make sure to click on the bell icon to get notifications of new videos. And also make sure to like and share this video. If you have any questions, please do comment below. Thank you very much. I'll see you in the next video.